Alright noobs, this video contains spoilers for Dead Space 1 and Dead Space 2. So if you haven't played them, don't watch the video. I warned you. Hey there engineers, welcome to New Game Plus. I changed the name. Today we'll be looking at Isaac Clarke, the protagonist of Dead Space 1 and Dead Space 2. If you've played both games, there's an obvious difference in Isaac between the first and the second game. Foremost difference being that Isaac actually talks in the second game. I mean, he kinda talks in the first game, but it's mostly just a lot of grunting and screaming. But there are some other subtle differences too. In the second game, Isaac is a total badass. I mean, in the first game, he does kick a lot of ass, and face, and torsos, and babies. But his attitude is pretty weenie-tastic. This change in Isaac's character can be traced to his motivations in both of the games, and I'll talk about it in a second. If you can summarize Isaac in one word regarding his role in the first game, that word would be tool.
Whoop! Hey Isaac, the tram's not working. Could you go please fix that? Woo! Whoop! Isaac, the gravity centrifuge is offline. Go fix that. Woo!
Everyone and their cat bosses that dude around. I mean, he's basically an errand boy.
Whoop! Hey Isaac, the communications array is offline. Can you take care of that? Woo! Whoop! Isaac, hey, sorry to tell you, man, but the tram is offline again. We need you to go take care of that. Woo!
But I suppose it's not fair just to say that Isaac is a spineless jellyfish. I mean, when you think about it, really he's just being manipulated. He's being manipulated by Hammond, who says he'll help him find Nicole if he helps him get off the ship, and he's being manipulated by Kendra, who tells him that, hey, I think Hammond is a liar. And on top of all that, he's being manipulated by the marker, which is pretending to be his dead girlfriend Nicole. So, I guess it's not really fair to say that Isaac's a tool. He's just kind of, well, he's still a tool, but he's less of a tool, we'll say. But what's to blame for Isaac's tooliness? Really, it's his motivation for being on the Ishimura in the first place. I mean, he's trying to see Nicole. He's not there because he's on tour. And then as the game progresses, it's not just about seeing Nicole, it's about saving Nicole. I mean, she's on this ship filled with scary hell creatures. So he's there really just for someone else. He's not there for himself. It's only later in the game that he realizes Nicole is actually a hallucination caused by the marker, at which point he grows a pair of balls and starts doing things to preserve himself instead of to preserve Nicole. So he goes from being selfless to selfish. It's a lot harder to be manipulated when you're only out for your own gain, you know what I'm saying? In the second game, though, things are totally different. Well, mostly. He does kind of get manipulated to start, but when the first person you see offers to save your life, it's pretty hard to pass up, you know?
What the hell is going on here? Whoop! Hey Isaac, so I'm Dana, and you're gonna go ahead and follow the little blue line to me. Why the hell should I come hang out with you? 'Cause you're batshit crazy and I have a cure. And you'll probably die if you don't. Cure? Certain death. Cure for sure.
And so on his way to meet Dana, he meets up with Strauss, who's got some pretty sweet ideas about destroying the marker and all that jazz. But then when he gets to Dana, it's deja vu all over again.
Yeah, so I tricked you. I'm going to continue to perform grotesque experiments on you and build markers out of your brain. God damn it!
Luckily, that bitch gets sucked out into space. I don't have the ability to recreate that using paper cutouts, so you'll either have to play the game or use your imagination for that part. But after that, Isaac takes his own initiative. He makes a plan to destroy the marker, teams up with Strauss, and even when Ellie tells him not to follow her, he follows her anyway. He ain't gonna let that lady tell him what to do. So he mans up, he grows a pair of balls, and he goes out and he does what he wants. Granted, he is still kind of being manipulated by the weird marker/Nicole hallucinations, but even that he overcomes. At the very end, when the Nicole hallucination tries to make them whole by absorbing him into the marker, he kind of like shoots her in the face. So if you sum it up, Isaac begins by being motivated by self-preservation, and by the end of the game he's motivated by the need to destroy the marker, for the good of humanity. I, for one, am excited to see how Isaac turns out in future Dead Space games. And yes, most likely there will be sequels, because for those of you who didn't bother to stick around till after the endgame credits, there was a radio transmission talking about how the Sprawl was only marker site 12. Holy shit. There are at least 11 other marker sites out there. And you can bet your sweet ass that Isaac will be out there to take them down. Anyway, engineers, I'll see you on the next New Game Plus. Remember, never power down your console while the game data is saving. This is Pixel, signing off.